Hey everyone, welcome to this week's episode. We are using the continuation of last episode as this week's episode, mostly because we're just taking the month off, for holidays, but we still wanted to put something out for you to listen to. We really hope you enjoy this. We hope you also had a happy holidays, and we'll see you again in 2018. Anyway, thank you for listening, and see you then.
I got to go see Greg Sestero last week on the Friday, and that was really cool to meet Mark from The Room. I had already met Tommy, and so now my copy of The Room, which I accidentally brushed off some of Tommy's signature from my sweaty skin on the cover of my DVD. I hate that I did that. It's still mostly there. You can still make it out, but I accidentally took part of it off. But now I have him and Greg Sestero. And then I got my copy of The Disaster Artist signed. He showed like a documentary on the making of The Room. He answered a bunch of questions, did live readings of the Room script, which I have recordings of on my Facebook. And he had complimented my question of, so you just met this guy and went with him from the Bay Area to LA. What the fuck were you thinking?
Yeah, well, I mean, that's a good question because, while watching the movie, I was thinking the same things like, Greg, if some strange guy who looks like he's in his 50s coming up to me and asked me if I wanted to go to LA, I was like, no.
I'd rather not get raped. And even he's like, it felt right at the time, but looking back on it, that was an extremely dumb move to make.
Well, that was cool.
And then I also got to see Night Vale live, which was super fun. Holy shit, that was some of the most fun I've had at a show.
Their live show's good?
Their live show is really good.
Nice. What was that night like?
Huh?
What was that night like?
Oh, it was super fun. It was extremely fun. It was very, there was a good amount of audience participation. It was just laughing, and it was so good.
Nice.
Oh yeah, I forgot. Dragon Ball FighterZ added Goku, Black, Beerus, and Hit.
Cool.
So shall we get into the darker news?
Proceed.
Which one do you want to do first?
Go ahead and pick one.
Do you want to let's go net neutrality first.
Yeah. Well,
in flagrant disregard for what everyone in America wanted,
83%,
and they even mocked the people who sent them letters. They decided to repeal the Obama era FCC net neutrality rules, which made the internet a utility.
Yeah.
And this hasn't ended yet. That's just the FCC. It hasn't gone to Congress yet. But in blatant disregard to what the American people want.
Look, the problem here is that, we've mentioned this in the podcast, I think like twice. We're probably going to push this a bit more, but 83% of Americans wanted net neutrality to remain in effect. This was not a partisan issue. This was definitely bipartisan. The majority of Americans want to make sure that it was, unregulated or unregulated by ISPs or internet service providers. And the blatant disregard for listening to anything that anybody said and did anyway was an insult to the 83% of Americans who did not want it. It's basically the reverse effect of what a government is supposed to do. A government is supposed to assure its people that they're looking out for them. When the majority of people say something that they all want the same thing,
I watched the live stream of it, and there was one of them was saying good things, but like when it got to Ajit the pile of shit, which is insulting to piles of shit. Very insulting to piles of shit. Like, he is a terrible person. But he, like, mocked me, like, oh, they called me a potato. You know what, fucker? You're worse than a potato. That's insulting to potatoes. God damn it. It has me so riled up and angry.
If we can help it, we're gonna continue the podcast even in a controlled internet via high
I
speeds.
I love Comcast. Comcast is the greatest internet. This week's podcast is brought to you by Comcast, the best internet, and Verizon, for they listen to all of our talking.
And
Ho ho ho.
let's be honest, because the part that no one ever really thinks about is if they actually manage to set up these packages, podcasts are not going to be part of the package because they're going to base it off of popularity of websites. We, the podcasters, are going to be hurt some of the worst because
The people who are not giant corporations are going to be hurt the worst. Anyone who is doing a new thing or is not very popular will be getting shit.
yeah, I'm not just about like there are popular podcasts out there, but if they use certain sources like we do, we use Podbean as our main source. We also use SoundCloud. We have a couple other main sources as well. But unless those internet server providers offer those part of their entertainment packages, which they're not gonna fucking do it, because their entertainment packages are gonna be streaming sites like Netflix, Hulu, and what have you. Those sites are gonna be hard to use. This hurts podcasters,
This hurts. Yeah.
and not just
Yeah.
podcast. Obviously, this hurts all of us, but this hurts podcasters. So this is not just a problem for everyone. This includes for people who like us, who do podcasts as like a fun hobby that we do that we really hope people enjoy, and then people who make an actual living as a podcaster. This hurts a lot of people. And obviously, I'm basing a portion of this on speculation, but podcasts are not culturally huge. We're not YouTubes. We're not YouTubers. So we're more likely to be ignored in these situations, which means we're more likely to be part of the people who it's going to take you like an hour if you're lucky to download an episode of maybe a half hour long. Even if you got good internet. So, and this is fucking ridiculous. Luckily, time is still with us. I hate to be the preachy person here because we try not to do it too much. Write to your congressmen, write to your senators, your state representatives. It's literally not too late. Just because the FCC has said that they're not going to adhere to net neutrality doesn't mean it's in effect. We still have to abide by what Congress does, so they have to bring it up to Congress. And literally, their jobs are on the line.
And unlike FCC, who are just, that's like a thing, we vote for Congress.
Yeah, their job is literally to make us happy. No matter how partisan this country is, their job, in the literal sense, is to make us happy. So if you write to them, you need to write to them, you need to call them, you need to, don't do anything crazy, of course. Don't threaten anybody. But call them, complain, get your friends to complain, do it, contact them and do what you can. Because if they show there's overwhelming support for net neutrality, your local government will adhere because they want to keep their jobs.
Yeah.
Now is the time to do it.
And the other one is Disney Fox merger.
I don't like it.
I do too.
I don't like it.
I like it. I mean, I don't like it, but like I'm not as opposed. And this is just going off of how Disney has handled Marvel stuff and Star Wars stuff so far. They're pretty hands off.
Yeah. But the problem.
And go on.
I like, and sorry to interrupt. I like the concept that we may actually get a decent X-Men movie, because like you had me at the first one back in like the early 2000s, and then you kind of lost me after that. But I like the idea of a decent X-Men movie. I like some of the other shows and other products that are going to be considered Disney now. Small joke: the Xenomorphs are now Disney princesses. Moving on from that,
I totally get down with that.
Yeah. The problem I'm running into is that this is another large corporation buying an already large corporation. This hurts basically the capitalism, I guess, of our country is the best way to put it, because it's all just going to
Well,
essentially come as a
corporations already. The people who scream the most about capitalism are also the ones who make capitalism terrible.
Yeah, true enough. But the problem I have with this is it's slowly, and I say slowly, but Disney's been doing this since like the early 1900s. But it's slowly becoming a monopoly because more and more mediums are being popped by the same company. So
All hail glorious mousy overlords.
on that note, if we're ever bought out by Disney, all hail the Disney overlords.
Podbean is now owned by Disney.
Or it's gonna be like we get picked up by what's that YouTuber station that they have that has like a bunch of YouTubers.
Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about. Who are owned by Disney?
Yeah, it's owned by Disney. Somehow we get picked up by that. I was like, well, I guess we love Disney now. Yay, Disney. I don't know. I just don't like it, and it's a grand scheme of things, sort of thing. And like you said, maybe we'll get a decent Fantastic Four movie. No more Fan Four Stick. I don't like it.
Oh, I will get into that in just shortly about my feeling on stuff.
What's next?
So let's get into that. All right. So I don't want a Fantastic Four movie. I want a TV show. All right.
Yeah.
And my thought process on this is so here's what I'm doing. Here's what I'm doing. All right. The Fantastic Four show, because the way Fantastic Four comics work is they're globetrotters. They go around and finding out things around the world, and they do stuff around the world, and they'll go to like places like the Savage Land or Atalan or Wakanda or things. And you do that like each episode, do it episodic with an overarching plot kind of thing. So like one episode they're going to the Savage Land, one episode they're in New York, one episode they're in Las Vegas, and this is a way you can expand the Marvel Universe too without doing full movies on people. Like, oh, we're going to this place, we'll run into this superhero. And then you have that superhero in the world now.
Well, let me ask you, and this is in all seriousness. I got something to point out after this, though. Because depending on who makes it is depending on the tone of the series. So, would you prefer ABC to pick this up? Would you prefer Netflix or Hulu?
I maybe Hulu, judging by the way Hulu is, because it's not quite dark enough to be Netflix, but I don't want ABC's budget.
I mean, they got that Disney budget. Just want to point that out. They got that Disney budget.
True, but they also don't get as many good actors on the ABC ones.
Okay, fair enough.
And I feel you'd want to put it on like Hulu or Netflix if you want to actually get Captain America to guest star.
Yeah, true.
So I'm looking like I would say Hulu, put it all on, because like as I said, Runaways isn't a bad show. It just has problems.
Is it nitpicky for you, or is it just?
It's nitpicky. It's very nitpicky.
Gotcha.
It's very nitpicky. So like the first season, they're doing stuff, they're globetrotting, and have the buildup of Doctor Doom. Don't have Doctor Doom in the first episode. Like you can have the person who becomes Doctor Doom, and they're like how they were made and stuff, and it's figuring out their powers throughout the first season. But they're scientists and still globetrotting and shit. And then at the end of the season, Doctor Doom shows up and wrecks shit.
Hear me out here.
Hold on, I'm not done yet.
Well, no, I was going to have a suggestion. And what you can do is kind of a build-up, kind of like Dr. Claw and Inspector Gadget for the first season. And you never see him in Inspector Gadget, obviously, but in the first season, you just see him like moving and talking, but you don't actually see him.
Yeah, that's exactly it. You don't see him. You build him up. And then I would say the season finale, Doctor Doom actually shows up. You see him in person. He wrecks shop. He is Doom.
Can we get like
comic Doom?
Yeah.
Who is?
Go ahead.
Keep going.
I'll say, can we get actual Latverian Doctor Doom? By the way, not rich CEO asshole.
Yes, Latverian, magic and science, second most powerful wizard, second smartest person in the world, Doctor Doom. Now, mind you, Doctor Strange is the #1 mage, but he's like nowhere near the top smartest person. And Reed Richards is the smartest guy in the Marvel universe, but he's nowhere near the top magic. Doctor Doom does both. He's like number 2 on both.
Actually, I mean, I hate to be that nerd, but Tony Stark's no longer the smartest person in Marvel. Now it's Moon Girl.
No, I didn't say Tony Stark. I said Reed Richards.
Reed Richards, excuse me. Yeah.
But Reed Richards is written off, so
yeah. Moon Girl is the current smartest person in the Marvel universe.
Devil Dinosaur. Just okay, Devil Dinosaur. Devil Dinosaur makes me happy.
I was saying, is that the saving grace for you?
Yep, Devil Dinosaur.
Go with what you're saying. Go with what you're saying.
So season 2 ends with them getting their ass beat and having to retreat from Doctor Doom. Like Doctor Doom's like I want them to actually show that like Doctor Doom is a fear to be reckoned with. And then season 2 is them dealing with Doctor Doom, right?
Yeah.
But it also builds up the friendship and stuff between Doctor Doom. Like maybe have the things where you actually build up you get more into their past, that Doctor Doom and Reed knew each other, that Doctor Doom and
Susan.
Susan Storm knew each other, and everyone knows each other, and you get into that on season 2.
Sounds like someone wants to write a script to the Fantastic Four series. Just saying.
And then I would say season 2 ends, and you find out that, or maybe partially through season 2, or whatever. I want to either like into season 2, season 3. Susan Storm finds out she's pregnant.
Oh yeah, with their Omega baby that they have.
And so season 3, you can deal with a pregnant Susan Storm and that stuff. No, season 2 should end with Reed and Susan getting married. And then season 3 is them dealing with her pregnancy. And so maybe season 3 you can start throwing in season 3 is when you can do the Galactus arc.
Oh yeah.
Do the Silver Surfer Galactus arc. Season 3 ends with her them doing that. Have a point in the series, I would say, on one of the season finales or something. You do the whole the end of that season. She gives birth to Franklin. Franklin, do a season 2 with just Franklin, and then I eventually want to have a season thing where you can get like Valeria Richards and stuff there, and I want to have a fucking cameo series where you have Valeria Von Doom coming from the future showing up.
Hear me out here. I want to say this: if you're gonna bring in Galactus, he's not a one season villain.
Oh no, he'll come back in later seasons, but have that season focus on the Galactus arc.
Well, I was gonna say is like for the Galactus arc, you want, in my opinion, because there's a lot that went into it, including the betrayal of Silver Surfer to Galactus, him fighting as a hero, and them building up to it. That's at least a 2-season arc, in my opinion. Because that was Fantastic Four's biggest villain.
You can stretch this out as much as you need. I want it to be like one of those. I have plans for it to be like So I'm thinking Hulu over Netflix, because Hulu shows are starting to look like CW style shows, and I don't like CW style shows, but I can totally see this working as like a CW style show.
Yeah, definitely.
Where like you have like it's episodic, and there's like 10 seasons. But that's the nature of the Fantastic Four, is it's a lot of like just stuff happening around them.
Oh yeah, not just that, but Reed Richards was the foundation for many other heroes. I don't want to say abilities, but a lot of their support system, like weapons and clothes and shields and shit. He made a lot, like he made the Hulk's pants, the ones that stretch, so he's always not nude. Reed Richards it gives you an opportunity, even if it's as a cameo as well. But Captain America can come in for like suit repairs, or you could have Tony Stark come in to get like consultation or some shit. Because it's not that Tony's not smart, but he's not a biologist. He's definitely a tech guy. So it's it leaves a lot of room for the cameos. It's a lot of stuff that they could expand on. And Fantastic Four was Marvel's like first superhero group. It was pre-Avengers. Right. It was pre-X-Men.
Oh yeah, no, they were the main, like they're the heroes that started the Silver Age, basically.
Yeah. They have a lot to work
with. Yeah, there's a lot to work with, and you can modernize it a bit, but like have it, I feel, episodic with an overarching thing.
Story, yeah. I gotcha.
And then I think there's one other thing in this email that you wanted to do of this new segment idea of yours. Maybe want to give that a try?
Yeah, all right. Let's give this a try. Have you watched that video?
I'm watching it right now, letting my throat rest.
You should watch that and then post it on Twitter. Because what the hell am I watching? That's the name of the new series or the new segment. What the hell am I watching?
Hey guys, I'm back. I can talk now.
Yes. Okay.
You know what that reminds me of? You've seen or the trailers have seen anything about a talking cat?
Yeah. That was actually it was a Kevin Spacey. Oh boy.
It reminds me of a religious version of a talking cat.
Yeah. For a bit of context, the video I have on there that I sent was probably maybe a minute long, if that. But it's a new movie idea that's coming out, and I don't fucking get it. But there's a bride, and on her wedding day, her pet dog dies. Rather tragic. No one likes their pets dying. But the dog apparently decides to come back from heaven to help his owner plan her wedding. Yeah, no.
Yeah.
It's as
Yeah.
dumb as it sounds. It's as dumb as it sounds. And, go ahead and check it out, because we'll post it on, Facebook and Twitter. It's fucking ridiculous. So I have to ask.
I love it.
I have to ask.
I'm looking up the studio right now.
Brian, what the hell am I watching?
Brain Power Studio. Let's see what some of these other movies they've done are.
What?
I'm back. I can talk now.
Yeah.
Brain Power Studios. There's the Pony Sitter Club.
What?
The Pony Sitters Club. A Very Country Christmas. A Witch's Ball. Best Friend from Heaven. All right, give me a second. What we're about. Brainpower Studio is a world-class media content maker with a global distribution team. The company has 2 fully equipped filming facilities located in Barrie and Newmarket, Ontario. To date, we have delivered over 13 movies, 25 live-action episodes, and 4 animated series. At our core, we're always and will be a family company. We're motivated and inspired by the people of our lives to make creative and innovative content. Everywhere we get, they're a film company. Current projects. I want to see the rest. What is their projects? What have they worked on? A Very Country Christmas Wedding Planner.
Wait, what?
Christmas Wedding Planner.
Why? Go on.
He's getting married on Christmas. Why would you get married on Christmas?
Yeah, that sounds like a...
Oh, jeez, thanks, guys. I had planned with my family, but now I have to go to see your fucking wedding?
Yeah, great. I gotta do 2 things I don't want to do. Fucking appreciate that shit.
And a witch's ball for the love of magic. Fast and the Furriest. These pups don't chase cars. They drive them.
Wait. Back up. Let's back up a moment. I don't know if I can fathom the concept of what you just read to me.
It's actual dogs racing. It's like Wacky Toon Racers, but with live action dogs.
So wait, are the dogs driving a car, or is it that?
Yes.
I'm done. I'm fucking done.
I'm not done with you yet. Forest Fairies. Friendship Comes in All Sizes, Operation Christmas List, Best Friend from Heaven, which is, I think, the one we saw the trailer to. Because there's the border collie and the people marrying. It will take a miracle for them to say, I do. Duck and Donk, Barnyard Detectives, Gastroblast, Globies, Julius Jr., Lazoo, Luna and Petunia, Monkey in the Middle, My Dad is Scrooge, My Family Starring Me, Fuzzy Tales, A Puppy for Christmas, Christmas Castle, Super Detention, Teach To, and Christmas Eve with Moira Sanders. This is very much one of those like Hallmark Channel movie productions.
So I'm still on the Fast and the Furious here. Screw the others. Because apparently this can rely on Air Bud logic. So
we should totally watch all of these and review. We should review one of these. We should find one of these and review it.
You're just gonna find me curl up the fetal position for one of those. Just like, nope.
I know.
Nope.
We'll review Fast and the Furious.
It's gonna be like 40 minutes of you be yelling out, nope, no, no.
No, it'll be 40 minutes of you yelling at me, cackling like a madman.
No. I'm gonna go nostalgia crick on people. Just no. Why is this a thing? Who makes this? What? There had to be a demand for it somewhere. Somebody thought, it would be a good idea if a pug drove a car. Yeah, that was someone's honest thought. That's somebody.
This summer is serious monkey business. Yeah, this company totally makes Hallmark Channel movies.
Done. There's no such thing as quality anymore in movies. I'm done.
Or those really crappy like Netflix movies that just show up and disappear.
Yeah. I know what you're talking about. The ones that last maybe a month, but nobody watches them because it's shit. Yeah, that's one of these.
That's the kind of movies these guys make.
So,
Fast and the Furious.
To wrap up our new segment. What the hell am I watching?
Oh my god, it's Real Pilots of Bonnie! Holy shit, that's great! It's a Corky and a Fawn in a car together!
There are not enough words to describe my
It's a 90-minute movie.
90
Fuzzy
minutes?
Animal star.
Wait.
And this on classic. Hold on. Let me read the synopsis. Fuzzy Animal star in this take on classic road movies like Gumball Rally and Cannonball Run. A large cast of crazy animals do a cross-country, four-city scavenger hunt to win the coveted carrot. The movie follows a boy band, a Thelma and Louise girl power duo, a van full of nerds, and a Griswold-like family with a grandpa strapped to the back on her power, a grandma strapped to the back on her power chore, and more hilarious carloads across the country. Wait. All right, I'm looking at the back of this. There's a pug and a muscle car. All right. The car in the front is a corgi and a bunny rabbit. The bunny rabbit is wearing sunglasses. And then there's an old 50s, 60s style car with a puppy, a raccoon, and two guinea pigs on the roof. This looks great! I'm gonna go find this and watch it.
They found a way to make a 90-minute movie out of that. No, hold on. If I had to work my hardest, I may be able to get like a half-hour special. They made 90 whole minutes. 3 times what I would put into this. They made a 9. There are not enough octaves to how much I want to yell right now.
Yeah.
There are not enough octaves.
I love it. I'm going to send you that link so you can look at it later.
And hate myself. Well.
Anything else?
No. I think we're good. That
I think I'm
gonna
gonna die.
I'm gonna go contemplate my life. And
I'm gonna go find this movie.
so I think that's it for this episode. Thank you everyone for listening. If you like our show, feel free to follow us on Facebook and Twitter. We're also on Tumblr. You can find us on any major podcast platform. So, like iTunes, we are on iTunes. Fuck, I'm so angry. I can't remember them all. iTunes, SoundCloud, and Google Play. Excuse me. We're also on Stitcher. So, like I said, we can be found pretty much wherever you get your podcasts. If you want to stay up to news, like I said, follow us on social media. You can also, if you want, send us a message at gspeakus@gmail.com. If it is about that movie, I will not guarantee it will not receive backlash.
Oh my God! There's a trailer.
No, for the love of God, no.
This is holy shit!
You hold on to that. That's a topic for another episode.
I'm gonna share that with you, and I want your response. Why is there? It's so bad.
Maybe I'll just get a Stardust adapter. You can see me respond to this movie. So you can just hear me go, no. Is there anything you want to throw in there, Brian?
It's simple as slaughter. What the fuck am I watching?
God help me, please. If there's a divine being out there, for God help me, please.
This is proof there's no God.
and it's
it's 90 minutes of that.
so while he's having hysteria, because I think that's what's happening. Brian has just lost it to hysteria. Like I said, you can message us, check us out on our platforms. It's the time in the year, so happy holidays, Merry Christmas, Happy Kwanzaa, whatever religion you do. I'm doing candle nights. That's homage to my brother and me. Stay safe.
Look into that. I keep hearing things about candle nights. I should look into that. I'm not doing anything. I'm gonna get blackout drunk and hate everyone.
Sounds like a Saturday.
I may watch this movie.
So you're gonna get blackout drunk, hate everyone, and watch this movie, and then probably hate yourself afterwards for watching that movie. So yeah, I think that's it for this episode. Well, my name is Dean.
I'm Brian.
Have a good night, everyone.
Take care of yourselves.
Thank you, everyone, for listening to this week's episode. If you like our show, you can stay updated on our social media accounts. You can find us at Facebook. That's facebook.com/Geekus Speakus, or on Twitter at Geekus Speakus. Feel free to follow us. We're also now on Tumblr, so that's cool. Check this out there. We can now be found on pretty much every major platform, including TuneIn, iTunes, Google Play. So feel free to leave us a review, subscribe to us, rate us. That'd be great. We really appreciate that. As you know, we do not pay to advertise, so if anybody gets out there and mentions us to your friends or family or people who might be interested, we truly appreciate it. If you want to email us, feel free to do so. You can do so at gspeakus@gmail.com. If you have any questions, comments, we'll try and get back to you. I would like to thank the band The Spinwires for their song, The Girls Like You. You can find them on Bandcamp for their newest album. And thank you for listening. Have a good night, everyone.